Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy. And for this video right here, I wanted to take a small break from all the gameplay and I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys on something very, very important for the future and longevity of Marvel Future Fight. And what I'm talking about is the post that was made earlier today on the forum here by one of the CMs. And the reason why I want to point this out is because I always see people complaining about Marvel Future Fight on a daily basis. I kid you not, I wake up to complaints, whether it's on Discord, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Reddit, whether it's on YouTube, where you guys are watching this right now, right? There's always people complaining, and honestly, there is nothing wrong with that. You do not play a game for years, right? Literally years, and hours on end every single day without having something that you do not like about the game that you would like to be better. Okay, every single one of us have some deep-rooted love for Marvel Future Fight, okay, and we all want it to be better. So there's nothing wrong with complaining and voicing your opinion strongly, it may be, right, and hoping to get change. However, you cannot open the Marvel Future Fight forum, right, without seeing somebody complaining on a daily basis, whether it's about a character not getting a rework that they think they deserve, whether it's about a game mode, whether it's about the RNG, something. However, as I said before, there's nothing wrong with those complaints. It's just that whenever there are surveys where the Future Fight team extends a olive branch and say, hey, guys, give us your feedback, right? Let us know what you think, what you like, what you do not like, and we have the power to give you some of the things that you may want to see in the game. It's crazy to me because whenever we get opportunities like this, they're very rare. Few and far between. I would say maximum you can hope for is like 2 or 3 times per year where the development team will say, hey, we have plans to make this game a success in 2020 or 2021 or whatever, right? But we want to hear from you. What else would you like to see? Maybe we could put that into our content plan. And oftentimes, even though, right, we have over 1 million users on this forum right now, 1.3 million people registered. That's not the people playing the game. That's the people who took the time to register, right? These things that pop up from time to time, we've had a couple of them already. They don't get more than 10,000 people who actually take the time to actually fill out the survey. And it boggles my mind because I definitely feel like we have more than 10,000 people who feel some type of way about something in Marvel Future Fight. I strongly debated about making this video, but I actually had a lot of you guys hit me up saying, yo, you gotta put this out there. You gotta try and convince more people to actually do these surveys, because what's the point of complaining when nobody can hear you? Do you really think the Future Fight team has someone that sits and read every single forum post that you guys make saying you hate the game on Reddit, on Discord, on Twitter, everywhere? No, they definitely do not. They see some of them, and that's why we get some changes that we desire. However, when they give us these surveys right here, where they're literally giving you rewards for giving them feedback, this is the opportunity that we need to get the changes that we want. So I don't understand how only 5,000 people have finished this thing already, right? So I would like to ask you guys, take 5 minutes off your time. Just go through the survey. It's not going to take that much of your day, and give your feedback. You may be new to the game and you may feel like this is just a worthless survey and it's not going to do anything, but I can promise you, this survey is important. They wouldn't be doing this and giving you a reward if they didn't want your actual feedback. And we know it actually works, because the first time they did this, they asked us what we wanted to see improved. We said we wanted GBR to be better. And lo and behold, a couple months later, GBR got better. They took out the universal master mode and they split him up into different days, speed, combat, etc. Right? Making it so that more characters could be utilized in Giant Boss Raid, and they buffed the reward slightly. We also asked for another addition to the cycle, and then they brought us Galactus. Now I know there is a love-hate relationship between new players, or I would say like very early on intermediate players, right, between Galactus, because of the fact that he's really difficult. But the thing is, there's nothing wrong with difficult content if the reward is actually good. Silver Surfer is one of the best characters in the game, and you can get him for free by taking down Galactus. So for me, there's nothing wrong with Galactus being difficult. He's the devourer of worlds. He's not supposed to be a character that you take down using the weak characters or a very new roster in Marvel Future Fight. He's a character that you're supposed to work towards being able to take down, right? So I know that there's a love-hate relationship between people and Galactus and the whole acquisition model for Silver Surfer, but I personally think that is fine. Okay, you are supposed to feel some type of way towards Galactus. He's the big baddie, right? But the point is, these surveys work. And for it to work, we have to do our part. We have to give feedback and let them know what we think of the game, because honestly, we probably know more about their game than they do. There's millions of us and only a few hundreds of them, if that. And they spend a lot of time developing the game. We actually are the ones who spend all our time playing the game. So in most cases, we know more than they do. And that is why these surveys are something we absolutely need to do if we actually seriously want change, significant change in Marvel Future Fight. Complaining on the forum on a daily basis and not filling out the survey is pointless. Absolutely pointless. And I would highly recommend that you guys take 5 minutes. Like, if you have enough time to watch this video, like seriously, you have enough time to fill this out, right? We would definitely like to see some more improvements. Over the last year, we've gotten some significant ones, right? They took out special missions, they took out Dimension Rift, and at first I panicked, right? Because those were good game modes. Not necessarily in terms of like how they played out, but just the rewards. The rewards were very good. But then they combined it into Dimension missions, and they continue to improve Dimension missions, updates after updates. So yeah, I would really like to see more changes in Marvel Future Fight, but it's up to us as a community, as a player base, to come together and give constructive feedback. Let them know what we like, to potentially inspire them to create more content that we like, and let them know what we don't like so they can work on making those game modes better. Because honestly, screaming, kicking, and ranting and raving daily, it's really infuriating sometimes, because when opportunities like this are presented to us, we make nothing of it. We squander these opportunities and then we go back to complaining. Makes no sense to me. No sense to me. So I'm going to go through this really quickly, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the survey overall and let you guys know what I'm going to put in, because I haven't filled it out yet. I will be filling it out immediately after completing this, because I would like some changes as well. So first one here says, which content in Marvel Future Fight is the most interesting? See, most interesting to me is probably World Boss, because the World Boss stages just have so many different fight mechanics, and when the bosses get low on HP, they do so many different things. So for me, I would say World Boss is definitely the best game mode right here, the one that doesn't necessarily need to be touched. But after the whole striker situation, I would say, yeah, something needs to happen at some point, but it's not like an urgent need, right? And the reason why is because the rewards are good. Tier 3 materials, right? Black antimatter, Phoenix feathers, CCF, all that good stuff. That's good. It would have been really nice if you were able to select multiple different answers here, but unfortunately you can only select one. So I'm gonna go with the content is fun, because as long as the content is fun, even if the rewards aren't necessarily the greatest, I would still be okay with it, right? As long as the rewards are not absolute garbage, like Danger Room, right? I'm okay with it, right? So I'm gonna put content is fun, but I would have liked to pick content is fun and good rewards. And also, World Boss Ultimate is time efficient, right? You can get all your World Boss Ultimate fights done in like 5 minutes if you don't care about pushing high stages, right? Seriously. So that's really good. Now, right here, number 2, it says, which content in Marvel Future Fight is second most interesting? For me, that's gonna be Shadowland. Like, I literally started this channel on Shadowland because I loved Shadowland so much. And my love for Shadowland is still there. However, I would definitely like to see more variety in the fights that we have, right? Because after the first 30 stages, everything else is just recycled and just extra HP, extra defense, and extra attack added on to the boss. If we had different variety of stages after 30, I would be so happy. And obviously, I would have liked it if they added some tier 3 mats as a part of the drop, but that's something that we should worry about at another time. So the reason for this is content is fun. I'm gonna go with content is fun there because Shadowland is still fun, right? And it does allow us to use the majority of characters in our roster, even though the rewards are not necessarily the greatest once you get past 30. Right, moving on. Number 3. Which content do you think requires the most? You see, the bad part here is you can only choose one. Because honestly, realistically, I think they need to fix Timeline Battle, Danger Room, Alliance Battle, Alliance Tournament, Alliance Conquest, Co-op to an extent, right? And World Event, right? So there's a lot here. But if I had to pick one, I would say probably Alliance Conquest, just because just like Shadowland, Alliance Conquest allows you to use your entire roster. And if the rewards were better and the game mode was a little bit more fun, I will be all over Alliance Conquest. But I can tell you guys right now, and my Alliance members will vouch for me, I basically never play Alliance Conquest. It takes too much time, it takes too much planning, and the rewards are just not good. So if there's one game mode that I would like to see reworked in 2020, it would be Alliance Conquest. We need another good PvP game mode. I know Timeline could use a facelift, but I think Timeline is a necessary evil. I've said that multiple times because you get the free crystals, and over the month, you can get basically enough crystals to buy yourself a uniform, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go with Alliance Conquest simply because there's a lot. Too few rewards, it's not fun. Content is, honestly, I don't know if it's easy or hard, but it's autoplay. So to me, it's a no-no. If I can't control my characters and I'm basically just sitting and watching them play, then it's not a game mode to me, right? It's not a game mode if I'm just sitting and watching. So no, and it takes too long. So basically everything that they put here, I would check it if I could. I wish I could choose more than one. All right, moving on. Actually, I can. I will put it down here in my others, right? Which content do you think requires improvement? Again, we can choose one. And from here, I want to choose Danger Room because Danger Room is a lot of fun. And I think if the rewards were good and a little bit more consistent, it would be an amazing game mode. But Danger Room is pretty new. So I would like to see one of the older game modes get a rework. So right here, I'm going to say Alliance Battle. Alliance Battle definitely needs more of a rework than Danger Room. Just because even though it's really, really, really rare, you can get premium bios, and there's a cap on mutant materials, so giving out more feathers is kind of like redundant, because once you hit the cap, what's the point of getting like more feathers in your drops, right? Because let's be real, Danger Room is always going to drop mutant materials, and if there's a cap on them, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of getting more rewards if it's basically capped off and you can't use them anyways? I would personally love to see Alliance Battle get a massive facelift to benefit some of the people who pump a lot of money in this game, right? So I'm going to go with Alliance Battle here to go along with Alliance Conquest. I think those two game modes definitely need a major facelift in 2020. So yeah, moving on. Why did you choose that? Well, too few rewards for one, right? Because as soon as you hit 100K, your rewards basically cap out. And with so many powerful characters in the game, you can do that in 5 seconds, right? Literally, if a game mode lasts for 3 minutes and you're only required to play for 5 seconds and put down your phone and walk away or let your characters die, it's a dead game mode. It's a waste of time, basically. But I do it every day just because I want to get the gold and the ISO, right? So yeah, too few rewards. It's not fun. It's too easy. They need to fix that. Definitely. Because honestly, Alliance Battle should be an Alliance Battle. It should be a boss fight, right? Where you participate with your Alliance. Like, it could be so much better than what it is right now. Allow me to load into it just like GBR. However, this time with my Alliance members exclusively, we're fighting a boss that is extremely powerful. We can only use a select few characters on a given day. It could be fun, right? Especially if they bump up the rewards to match what we now expect from new game modes in 2020, like premium items and stuff. Don't have to be the greatest of drop rates, but just has to be there. So I'm gonna leave my thoughts here. It's not a long survey at all, so I think all of you guys should at the very least take a few moments out of your day, fill this out, especially if you're one of the people who like constantly have a problem with the game. Why have a problem if when the solution is presented to you, you do not act upon it? You can complain to me in my comment section as much as you want. You can complain to any other content creator. You can complain to your friends, everybody else. But if you're not going to take up your complaints to the people who are presenting you with an opportunity for a solution, then please stop complaining and play another game. I don't want you gone, but I'm just saying you're basically shooting yourself in the foot if you're not making the most of these kind of opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope in the next 5 days we can get this 5.7 thousand to 50,000 because there's over 1 million people playing this game. This is a survey that could drastically alter the game for everyone. Why would you not want to be a part of that? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Come on, guys. We better than this. I mean, anyways, man, thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Stay safe. I love y'all. Peace out.